All right, so we are on page 246 today, and we are going to be working with angles of triangles. And before we get into this, tomorrow, Thursday, I will not be here, but I will upload the study guide video. So when you get to class tomorrow, I want you to get your computer, sit down, log in. I want you to watch the study guide video. And then after you get the study guide notes, you can either work on the study guide for the rest of the period, or you can work in the ALEKS app. All right, so those are your options for tomorrow. Either work study guide practice problems or work in the ALEKS app. And then, of course, your quiz will be on Friday. So in chapter 4 here, we have the triangle angle sum theorem. Super important. The sum of the measures of the angles in a triangle is 180. The three angles inside of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So if we have this triangle, ABC, angle A plus angle B plus angle C always equals 180 degrees. So we've got some couple of example problems on the bottom of page 247. So let's look at that guided practice 1A. And what we've got is this triangle. JKM. Now, what we've got in here is an angle numbered 1, a 3, 2, and then a 57 degree angle, 28 degrees, and 71 degrees. All right, so I'm looking at angle 1 first. And angle 1 right here and the angle next to it, the 57 degrees, they form a straight line, and they're adjacent to each other. So they are a linear pair. So angle 1 is equal to 180 minus 57. Which is 123 degrees. All right, so we know angle 1 now is 123 degrees. So angle 3 is the third angle in this top smaller triangle. So angle 3 is equal to 180 minus 28 minus the 123. So 180 minus 28 minus 123, 29 degrees. And finally, angle 2 down here on the bottom, this angle M, is going to be equal to 180 degrees, or 180, minus the 57, minus the 71. So we take 180 minus 57 minus 71 and 52 degrees. All right. The three angles inside of a triangle have to add up to 180 degrees. Top of page 248. We're looking at the exterior angle theorem. And we've got this rule. The measure of an exterior angle of a triangle, one at each vertex, is equal to the sum of its remote interior angles. So here's what we mean. We have a triangle here. Triangle ABC. Everything inside the triangle is the interior. This angle 1 right here is called an exterior angle. It's formed by the extension of one side. We extended one side. We took side CA and we extended it. The extension of one side and an adjacent side. So if we extend side CA and its adjacent side is side AB, we get an angle 1. An exterior angle. Now, angle 1 is equal to the sum of its remote interior angles. Okay, remote interior angles. Remote means far away, all right? Like your remote control for your TV. You use it to control your TV from far away because you can't reach the TV. Interior, remote interior angles. So far away inside the triangle is angle B and angle C. So we're going to say the measure of angle 1 is equal to the measure of angle B plus the measure of angle C. And there's a couple of other ways that we can write this and use this. We can say that the measure of angle 1 minus the measure of angle B is equal to the measure of angle C. Everybody see that? If you know this exterior angle and you subtract one of the interior angles, it gives you the other interior angle. We can also say that the measure of angle 1 minus the measure of angle C is equal to the measure of angle B. So the exterior angle minus either of its remote interior angles gives you the other interior angle. And with that, you can still use this rule that these two angles sum 180 degrees, don't they? They're a linear pair, they form a line, and they share a vertex and they share a side. So angle 1, this exterior angle, plus the angle inside the triangle next to it, they sum 180. All right, so let's look at, there's an example up on the top of page 249 that has somebody stretching there, but I'm not going to draw the person part of it. I'm going to draw the triangle part of it. We've got this picture. We've got a exterior angle of 2x minus 15. One of its remote interior angles is equal to x, and the other remote interior angle is equal to 50 degrees. And we need the measure of the exterior angle and the value of x. So like we just said, the exterior angle is equal to the sum of its remote interior angles. So we can solve for x. Subtract x from each side. We get an x minus 15, that's equal to 50. Can add 15 to each side. So we get an x that's equal to 65. So if our x is equal to 65 and we need the measure of this exterior angle, we're going to take 2 times 65 and subtract 15 from it. So 130 minus 15 is 115. So this exterior angle is 115 degrees. This interior, remote interior angle x, well, it's 65. And now let's label this angle inside here y, and let's find it. You can find it two ways, can't you? These two angles are a linear pair and sum 180. So we can say that y plus 115 equals 180. Subtract 115 from each side. And our y is equal to 65 degrees. Now, looking at this triangle, and I'm going to go ahead now and label these. I'm going to label these vertices. I'm going to label this M, N, and O. Because what we've got now is a triangle with two congruent angles. Angle N is 65 degrees, and this angle Y here is also 65 degrees. A triangle with two congruent angles, or in a triangle with two congruent angles, the sides opposite of those angles are also congruent. So that means this side right here, NO, is congruent to the side MO, because those angles are 65 degrees each. If the angles are the same, then the sides opposite the angles are the same. So now we got a triangle with two congruent sides. And what do we call a triangle with two congruent sides? Classified. Very good. It's isosceles triangle. So we've got an isosceles triangle with all acute angles, so we've got an acute isosceles triangle there. All right, so any questions on finding finding an exterior angle or finding the angles inside of a triangle? All right, then your practice for today. Page 250. Two through 11. And 17 through 20. And again, I will not be here tomorrow, so when you get to class tomorrow, get your computer, go to Launchpad, go to Focus, open the notes for the Quiz 10 study guide, get those notes, and then after that video tomorrow, you can continue to work on the study guide, or you can work in the ALEKS app. And as a reminder, the ALEKS app will be more a part of your grade this term too.